I started, I didn't have unlimited funds, so I had to try out cheap gear over and over and over and over again before I found the sweet spot between cheap and good quality. I've compiled a list of gears that have helped me build my business. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the Sony A7iii. This camera changed the game for me. The autofocus was just out of this world. If you're a filmmaker that's just starting out, or you're a photographer that's just starting out, I would say grab one of these. It's a very good camera. It will serve you well, like it's done me anyway. I still hold on to it. I've been thinking about moving it on this past couple of days, but every time I remember all the amazing things that this helped me achieve, I like have this sentimental connection to it. I would say if you're just starting out and you don't have any budget like I did when I first started, grab one of these. You will not regret it. It's such a good piece of kit. It gives you options to record in S-Log 2 and 3. However, I would not bother with S-Log 3 on this one. S-Log 2, Cine 4, I think, were the profiles I used a lot. If you're on a budget and you need an entry-level mirrorless camera to get you into the game, or you're just trying to get into the Sony ecosystem, the A7iii is the best you will get for the price. If you're on a budget and you need something amazing to start your business out with, or you want to start taking pictures, or just something to take pictures of the family, or make short videos in the S-Log 2 and Cine 4, or even S-Log 3, get this one. It's amazing. I'm sure you've heard me rave about this one a few times now, the Atomos Ninja V. This turned my A7iii into a workhorse. It lets you record past the 30 minutes restriction that you get on mirrorless cameras and DSLRs. Again, is really handy for me, because when I'm on set and I want to transmit what I'm recording to a remote device, it means I can connect that into there as well. I've got a video, I've got a video about my experience with this. Actually, I'll link that around the screen somewhere. The next item is the Zoom H8. This is the best audio device you can get for the price point. I think it sells for about £316 now in the UK. What this does is it gives you like 6 XLR microphone connections. So that means you can be on set and you can record up to 6 mics coming into this. You can use this as a microphone itself, because it has modules that you can plug into here. It's got the X and Y mic, so it means you can hold it. It looks awkward when you hold like that, but the mic is amazing. I love it. I love the sound of it. This is an absolute beast for me. It's come on every shoot with me for the past year since I've had it. And even though it feels a bit plasticky, I've never had a problem with it. If you're looking for a sound recorder or some sort of device to capture voice on set, or something to run a podcast with, don't think about it. Get the Zoom H8. I've tested multiple ones and I'll still go for this one. It is worth it. Don't sleep on this. Get it. But soon I'll actually do a review and I'll link it to this video when I do it. The Dji Ronin RSC2. I got the Pro combo, so I got the Raven Eye with it. And if you've been watching this channel for a bit, you will know that I've been raving about the Raven Eye over a couple of videos now. I put my thoughts on the Raven Eye, the video I did for it, I put it somewhere on the screen. I got this when I first started working in real estate, and I needed something to make my footage smoother. I wanted something compact, so I didn't want to get the RS2, which now I've been thinking I should have gone for it. But yeah, this and the Raven Eye, a good investment. I must admit, I don't use it as much as I used to when I first time bought it, but it's just good to know that if I need to get some smooth gimbal shots, I've got something compact that I can take on set. I bought it for about $569. I don't know how much it sells for now. I would say go for this. And when you pair with the Raven Eye as well, you would enjoy. There's so much you can do. There's Force Mobile, where you can control the gimbal with your mobile phone. Maybe soon I'll make another video talking about the RSC2. Top gear. Bought it a couple of years ago, and I think this is another one that we'll hold on to for a very long time. Now, the Dji Wireless Mic. This as well is so good. I think the other competition for this would have been the Rode Wireless Go, but because the way this is designed is just amazing. It comes in this charging case. There's two of them paired together, just like my AirPods. And then I'm in the DJI ecosystem anyway. I just felt like this was the right thing to go for wireless audio solutions on set. So yeah, this just fits right into my style of work. I bought mine for about maybe just under £300, but I think at the moment it's $279. This is a no-brainer. Go for it. Get it. In the box, you have all the things you need to connect to your mobile phone or your iPad using USB-C. Get it. You need this in your kit. Another fantastic gear that I bought a couple of years ago is the Sony 90mm 2.8 lens. This is probably one of the sharpest lenses that I have. This has served me very well. It's quite close to the 85mm focal length, which a lot of people like. It's one of the most popular focal lengths. But yeah, this is a workhorse as well. It's very sharp, gives me a nice depth of field at 2.8. It's a macro lens as well, so it comes in really handy. I got this one for about £600 or £700. It was cheap at the time, brand new as well, because I got it from Infinity. In fact, I'll make a video about that website soon. But if you're looking for like a legit place to buy, I always say buy from Sony. But I think you can get this for about $849 at the moment. If you have the funds, go for it. It's cheap and it's class. Like, yeah. It is really, really, really good. A couple of months ago, I sold all my lenses. This is the only one that survived the overhaul. If you have the money, just rent it first. Try it out, see how you feel about it. This is the one lens that survived my overhaul. The 90mm 2.8, it's fire, mate, it's fire. A couple of weeks ago, I picked this up. This is the Canon FD 50mm 1.4. The reason why I picked it up was every creator that I subscribe to on YouTube have made a video or two about this 50mm 1.4. And when I've reviewed the image they've managed to get from it, I thought, what, I'd like to give it a go. And then why not? Because it's only £40 as well. So yeah, I picked one up. I've used it a couple of times. I love the look of the images I get from it. It's got its own character. You've got, again, it's not for everyone. Even though I know 85 is one of the most popular focal lens, but mine, because when I started out, I had a 50mm 1.8, the Nifty 50, and I got so used to that focal length so much that it became my favorite focal length. So having access to a 50mm 1.4 is, again, for me, it doesn't get better than that. My dream lens will be the 50mm 1.2 G Master lens from Sony, but again, that's about £2,000 or £2,500. So at the moment, it's not top of my list. But the fact that I've got a 50mm 1.4 that I can play around with, and I can't wait to get going with it. The reason why I've not shot much with it is because I've been busy with client work over the past couple of weeks. But once I get a bit of downtime, I will be taking this with me everywhere I go and trying it on the FX3 and seeing what sort of images I can get or come up with. This cost me £40. Bought it from eBay. Get yourself a 50mm Canon FD 1.4. £40 well spent. Another lens that I think is well worth it is the SLR 18mm lens. I spent a lot of time doing real estate work. I was going to go for the 16 to 35 G Master lens, but looking at the price, I was like, no way. Yeah, that's a lot. So I thought, I'm not going to spend that much money on the G Master one. This has blown my mind. I only got it for about 370 something. So with shipping and all that, it was £400. This is amazing. And it stopped down to T2.8. What I found though with this one is when you stop it down to T2.8, you can see some artifacts, you see a bit of some flares. Again, you can use that creatively. So yeah, this is a beast. It's my first cinema lens and I'm quite happy I got it. Very cheap, very sharp. It's got a lot of character. Nothing beats that for me anyway. It's one of my very, very special creative lenses, worth all the money I pay for it. That's my SLR Magic 18mm T2.8, and this is another thing that I've had from the very beginning. So when I started, there were lots of lights that people were talking about. There was the aperture 120D and all that stuff. I couldn't afford it because I just felt like they were like really expensive. I think now it's about £361 or something like that. This I've had for about 3 years, and I've done loads of magic with this. Buy one of these. I cannot recommend this enough. It's color accurate, it works with remote controls, and it works with V-mount batteries as well. And that segues into my next item as well. The Andycine Mini V-mount battery. If you've seen my rig video, again, I'll link that on the screen somewhere. I'm a big fan of this little thing. This is such a smart piece of kit. And this helps, it powers my light. Again, it powers the VL150 easily. It powers my monitor, the Ninja V that I spoke about earlier. It powers that all day, up to 8 hours. And it powers my FX3 at the same time as well. Again, I've got loads of V-mount batteries, but of all of them, this is my favorite. Not just because of the power it gives, but because of how compact it is. These are the gears that I've used myself, because when I first started, I tried really cheap, and unfortunately some of these things did not last as long, and I've had to spend the money twice or 3 times to get other gears to replace them. I'm not paid by any of these companies to say anything. I'm just giving you my opinions from a first-hand user. So it's not that anybody is paying me to hype up this product. I use these things every day, and I have done for the past couple of years. When I started, I was just a guy with a camera, and these things have helped me build my business to where I am now. So in fact, I'm lighting this video with the VL150. So basically, I'm saying this from a place of trying to help. And I understand a lot of people would disagree with me. A lot of people might have other brands or other products that they've used. If you're one of those people, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me what gears you've used that have helped you grow from where you were to now. And yeah, I can learn something from that. But for me, these are the filmmaking gears that changed my business forever. Even though, like I said, these gears are gears that I bought and I'm happy with, there's so many things I bought that I regret buying. So the next video is going to be about the things I regret buying. If you do like this video, please share with other creatives that will enjoy this sort of content. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll be back in the next one. Thank you for watching. It's your boy Crew, signing out.